If you're in a toxic relationship and you've reached the end of the rope, but you're just feeling stuck to act on it, then this video is for you. I'll be giving you 3 key steps to empower you to make the right decision to move forward. Let's get into it. My name is Tish. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a mom and an avid enthusiast to see people grow and win at life, to see them crushing their goals. I'll be covering this series on breakup and divorce, not just getting through them, but finding joys and living your best life while doing it. So if you find this type of content useful, click on the subscribe button below or share it with a friend that you know may be going through something. There'll be a whole lot of useful tips on a weekly basis and content that is coming out that will surely help somebody that you may know. The link to my website is also in the description below. But without wasting any more time, let's get back to the topic of hand, of helping you, giving you useful tips of how to get out of a toxic relationship. Making the decision to leave. It's definitely not an easy one. By the time you've actually gotten here, you've been through a lot. There's some familiarity with the person that you've been with because there's been time and love and passion between you. But now you're at your ends with, and you can actually see the relationship is no longer serving you, but there's something that's just stopping you from making that final decision, that final act to actually move forward. That's why I've got these top 3 tips to actually help you to make that final decision. It's helped a lot of my clients, it helped myself when I was actually going through a breakup and a divorce, and I've applied these key principles. It's helped quite a lot of people. I'm hoping that it will help you today as well. Here's the first step, the review. In order to move forward, you need to take stock of what the relationship was at the beginning and where it is today. So critical to this process, it's important to get yourself a journal and put pen to paper and go through this process with us. So draw a line in the middle of your notebook. On the left-hand side, write down every single emotion you felt about this person at the beginning of the relationship and how they made you feel. Take your time, think about all the emotions, think about all of the memories that you guys shared together, and give yourself the opportunity to remember. When you're done with this process, next to it, write down where you are today, the feelings that resonate with you when you think about your current partner, how they make you feel, and do a comparison. It's definitely not an easy process, because when you compare the two and you're actually on the right quadrant now, looking at all of the emotions that you've written, the scars, the depth of the hurt that keep on now playing back in your head, that's definitely not an easy feat to actually do, but it's a critical one so that you can actually see where you are and what you're living with on a daily basis. This review process has got so much significance in terms of helping you make the right decision going forward. Because every day we carry on with our lives, we go to work, we come back, we interact with friends and family, but we don't necessarily take stock of the negative and toxic feelings that are inside, and we're actually allowing somebody to invoke in us on a daily basis. It's like a cancer that you can see is growing every single day, but we keep on telling ourselves, no, it's going to be fine. When you look at that first list on the left-hand side, the happiness, the joy, the love, the passion, that was your happy zone, not the current situation. Are you ready for the next step? The second step is more challenging than step 1 and 3 by far, because in this step we get to hold a mirror to ourselves. I get quite a little bit more pushback and resistance when it comes to this. It is called accountability. In your journal, write down every single reason/excuse that you keep telling yourself every time you're this close to walking out the door. That playbook, that narrative that keeps on playing over and over and over again in your head when you're about to make that decision. Those words that keep you captive in your mind. I'll give you an example for myself and some of the clients that I've had. Maybe you may tell yourself, I love this person so much. Or, what are people going to say? One reason could be that you share kids with this person, or just the fear of being able to start over again. Don't hold back. Jot down all of the reasons that you keep telling yourself. In between each one, leave about 3 lines and write them down. After that, write down a solution based outcome to every single reason that you gave. Let me give you some examples. For instance, I love him. Maybe the reason that you keep staying. A simple solution is, I love me more. Love shouldn't have to hurt this much, right? What are people going to say? That's one of those things that so many people grapple with. But here's the solution-based thinking. People are always going to talk. You also talk about other people. And another thing, how much are other people actually are thinking about you at a given point in time? For every negative, there's definitely a positive. You have just come up with every single possible reason of why not to stay. That's why I love this step. There is so much good in it. For every single thing that's been holding you back, you can finally see in black and white, this wasn't such a big deal. I can see why I can actually get out of it. So there's nothing really holding you back anymore, because it gets you to see what you deserve and that there's nothing really that serious that is keeping you back. And now it's just time to take accountability and move forward and relinquishing what has been keeping you in bondage all this time. You've now got all of the answers, you've written them down, now you can take them in because you've taken accountability of the situation at hand. Hopefully the first two steps have put you in a good position to finally make the decision. It's not the easiest thing to do because you've been here before, but you've never really quite gone through the process of reviewing, of taking accountability and demystifying a lot of the stuff that has been playing in your head to date. So now it's literally about going back to your notebook and completing the final step. Brace yourself for the third and final step, the decision. So how do we actually do it? On a blank piece of paper, write down the date that you are leaving. Not a far off date, a close, realistic date that you're going to action. Not 2 months down the line, a month down the line, you're already a decision-making process. Now it's time to take that final step. Write down the date. Go ahead, write it down now. And that will give you the resolve in your head of making that commitment on a piece of paper. And now it's something that will be in writing that you have to live up to. And those are the 3 key steps. I hope you're able to complete them so that you can actually move forward with your life. There'll be so many other interesting videos coming up in the weeks ahead. So keep watching this channel for some more helpful tools to help you move forward with your breakup and or divorce.